Well, we begin in Morocco, where emergency crews are racing to find earthquake survivors. The most destructive quake for more than 60 years on Friday killed at least 2,000 people. Towns and villages in the worst hit areas have been wiped out, as you can see. The Moroccan military has been mobilised, but rugged terrain there is making it difficult to reach these remote communities.
All of us living in the village here have lost our homes. As you can see, all the people here today have lost somebody. Somebody has died in every family. We are living in a crisis situation. We ask that King Mohammed VI intervenes and sends us some help, because we are living through a traumatizing situation. The people don't have electricity. They have nothing to eat or drink. No bread, nothing.
Well, the epicentre of that magnitude 6.8 quake was in the Atlas Mountains. Entire communities there have been reduced to rubble. There's also been widespread damage too in the historic city of Marrakesh, some 70 kilometres away. And that's where our correspondent Jonah Hull joins us from now. Jonah, another night out there in the open for the people around you?
Yes, we were here last night in this particular square inside the Medina, the old city of Marrakesh. It was absolutely full of people spending the night outdoors. In some cases, they'd been told by the police not to return to their homes for fear of the structural integrity of some of those buildings. Many, though, simply terrified of the possibility of aftershocks and choosing to remain outdoors, which they may well do again in the evenings to come. Lots have moved on in the morning light, but still plenty of people here taking shelter in the awnings of shops where they are making do with pretty meagre provisions, what they've managed to take from their homes. They are being supplied by volunteers, a lot of them quite angry, complaining that they're not being given any formal assistance by the government. And as I say, a lot have packed up, some perhaps to return to their homes if they've got homes to return to, some simply can't. And I'll show you why, because we'll take you now behind the scenes, if you like, into one of a warren of alleyways that exist in and around this Medina area. These are alleyways where people live in 1, 2, sometimes 3-storey homes now, many of them reduced simply to rubble. The construction of these very old buildings, no match for Friday night's earthquake. And this is what the authorities here in Marrakesh and the families who've been left homeless will now have to contend with.
Jonah, clearly challenges there for the community in Marrakesh, but also huge concerns for the remote mountain communities who are closer to the epicentre. Do we know how the rescue and aid operation is going there?
Well, I think that really is the point. Marrakesh, 70 kilometres from the epicentre. It's a built-up urban area. Much of its infrastructure, despite this, remains unscathed. Up in the mountain area, a very different story indeed. Across a pretty wide area, 6 provinces affected in the Al Haus region in the High Atlas. Interior Ministry teams, military teams have been doing what they can to reach, very hard to reach in the best of times, rural communities, much harder now because of rock falls blocking difficult mountain roads. Some places have not received any help at all. We hear of places like Azni, Amizmiz, a town called Tarundant that hasn't yet reached any formal help. Funerals going on there, people digging with their hands through rubble to try and reach survivors, basic supplies running out.
Jonah Hull there for us with the latest from the ground in Morocco after that quake. Thank you very much, Jonah.